guys, welcome back to my ASMR channel. Today I am doing a whispered ramble chit chat video, and I have gotten some Olive Garden because I was close by, and originally I was just gonna chit chat and ramble on, and I thought, let me get some food too so we can make this a little more fun. But I got this salad and I got some meatballs, which I think they put Parmesan on them, and I got an iced tea, so just a couple snacks. Now, I don't really have a list of things to ramble about today. I was just gonna go off the top of my head, but let's get into it. So I have started eating in a different kind of way. I am following this gentleman on Instagram, and he's a bartender like me, but he's all into health and fitness and eating right and eating healthy and eating clean. So he does this sort of way of eating called SPF. It's not a diet. I'm not good at diets, so I cannot do them. It's just a way of eating, and it's called SPF. And SPF stands for steak, potatoes, fruit. And he sort of, introduced it to us and started posting his daily life and what he eats. And he said, if you guys want this list of the things that I eat, so that you guys can do it too, just DM me, write SPF or whatever. So I did, and he sent me the list. So really cool. And I am trying it out because I need to lose weight. And I also need to up my protein intake. Okay, I'm not getting enough protein, I feel like, so I'm constantly grabbing bad food or just constantly hungry, and I know it's because I'm not getting enough protein. So anyway, this is going to be sort of a better way of eating for me. And also, when I've done certain diets where you cut out carbs completely, I noticed that my brain didn't function well. I would go to work and I would forget orders and I would forget what I was doing, and I was like, oh no, this is not good, because I'm noticing that my brain needs carbs. So I don't know the science behind that, but I just totally was like, no, I cannot do this. I don't like not being able to function and not being able to think and forgetting things. So when I saw this diet, I was like, okay, this isn't totally cutting out carbs, because you can have potatoes and any kind of potatoes, right? He mostly eats sweet potatoes, but you can eat any kind of potato. I think sometimes he eats the purple ones. I like the purple potatoes too. But you can eat any kind of potato, mostly any kind of fruit. I didn't really see him cutting out any fruit majorly, because he eats bananas and kiwis and blueberries. I see him pretty much eating all of that. You can have melons. Mainly I see that there's not really gluten going on here, so grains and things are missing, which kind of makes sense. So I've been doing it for a couple days and I've already lost a couple pounds, so it is working for me. Long term, I don't know, because I just started, but if I like it, I will continue it. So far it's been easy for me because it's not a calorie count. You just kind of eat, your meals, and then you can have your snacks too. And so I've been getting those Chomps beef sticks for my snack and stuff like that. So he also makes a sweet treat, which I didn't know that was a part of it, but now I'm so glad that it is, because I love it. It's Greek yogurt. I get the 5% Fage Greek yogurt, and cacao and berries. I've been doing blackberries, and you can freeze the fruit too. You can freeze the whole thing, actually. You could kind of turn it into a frozen yogurt, but anyways, Greek yogurt, cacao. He did cacao nibs, but I'm doing cacao powder, and then I did blackberries and honey, raw honey. So mainly it's eating grass-fed beef, raw cheddar, raw butter, just kind of clean eating, and so yeah, it's been working for me. I did have a cheat day because I did go out on Saturday, so I did go to an Italian restaurant, and I did go to Dave & clusters after, but it's always like on my mind, so I kind of know how to pick and choose from the menu to eat mainly protein. So I had a steak salad at the Italian restaurant. And I did have a couple bites of gelato, which is not allowed, but you know, it was like a cheat day. But anyway, I've been losing weight, and I have gone down about like 4 or 5 pounds, and I just started maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. So I will see if I continue to lose, then I will stay on it. And yeah, anyways, Olive Garden has a lot to choose from for this specific thing, which I knew they had some stuff, but I wasn't sure. But they have a whole like gluten-free menu. So if you're looking on the menu, even if you're like picking up to go like I just did, they have a specific gluten-free part, and they have like salmon and steak. They do things like that, and broccoli, mashed potatoes, which you know you can have. So they have a lot that you can choose from, which is really cool. So I've been cooking the food myself, but it's nice to know like where you can get, you know, stuff that fits in this category. Anyways, I got a salad, and I was thinking like, oh no, I'm gonna eat the croutons in the salad because it's gonna tempt me. You know, even though I'm not supposed to have them, like it's gonna tempt me, and I'm gonna want to eat the croutons. Well, under the gluten-free part, it says salad, no croutons, and I'm like, oh no, I was gonna like cheat and eat the croutons. But anyway, they did give them to me on the side, so no cheating. But yeah, and I got some meatballs. So let's see if this is good. All right, it looks good. It's like all soggy because I've been trying to find a place to park. I've been craving this salad, you guys. I'm in a random parking lot, of course. Again, I'm not at the park this time. Okay, I thought I was going to be missing the croutons, but I feel fine. I'm going to tell myself I feel fine anyway. But I had parked like way away in this parking lot, away from everyone and everything, right? And this man comes and parks right next to me. It's like an empty parking lot, but it never fails. He comes and parks right next to me in his truck, gets out of the truck, kneels on the ground on like my side. He's only like a couple spots down, and starts talking so loud, like yelling on the phone. And I'm like, why every time does this happen to me? I changed my spot, but then the sun kept like glaring through, so I couldn't find like a good spot. And I barely found a good spot right now. And I'm like staring at him. He's in front of me, but a couple rows down. But I'm like, really, dude? I also got this iced tea because I was getting really sleepy. It's a delicious iced tea. It's a black unsweetened iced tea, and you can have tea and coffee unsweetened black. You can also have Pellegrino soda water. So I have that at home. I love the black olives in this salad. We got another one. It's like a treasure. I like whispered rambles because you could just talk about anything. So this morning I went to the gym. When you're doing the SPF, you also have to work out, okay? So we're gonna put some effort in. If you guys want the SPF list, just message me on Instagram and I'll send it to you, and I'll send you his Instagram too. Okay, so this morning I went to the gym, right? And And then I'm like, go for a walk or a hike outdoors because the weather is beautiful. And then you can, I told myself you can go back home and then change your clothes, like take a shower, change your clothes, get into your jeans, and then drive out and try to see if your Uber Eats will go off, and also film an ASMR video. So that was my plan for today, and I pretty much accomplished all of it, except for I turned the Uber Eats on, but it didn't go off. But anyway, so I went to the gym this morning, right? And I'm working. I do like level 8 to level 12 on the bike. I have runner's knee in my right knee because I like cracked it years ago when I was hiking. I used to hike a lot. I love hiking. But yeah, I used to hike a lot, and I was going like downhill, and I think it was like getting hard on my knees. And then one day when I was at home, I like bent down and got back up, and my knee just like cracked, whatever. It didn't like, the bone didn't like really crack, but I heard a crack and I felt the crack, and then like I was in a lot of pain, so I had to go to physical therapy. I think I was on disability for a couple months, and the physical therapist like got me back to walking normal again. So she gave me like tips and tricks to do, right? One of them was to go on the bike at like a high level. So anyways, I've been doing that and I've been feeling better. I also use one of those copper sleeve things on that knee, and it works pretty good too, but you still have to like work on that knee. So anyways, that's what I do. I do the bike and I go to Cairo. So I was working on my knee, and all of a sudden I hear like these two guys yelling at each other in the weight section, and everybody like stops what they're doing. It's just like staring, like the whole gym is like staring at them. And I don't know what was going on, but they're like yelling so loud at each other in the weights section. And I'm like, is it like really that serious, you guys? Like, did he take your seat? Like, did he take your weight? Like, you guys can share. I don't know what's going on. And it was early in the morning, okay? I went early on purpose because I'm like, okay, maybe there'll be less people than when I go in the afternoon. Anyways, so they're fighting. And then I'm like, is somebody gonna do something? And I guess the people in the front weren't like hearing them, like the employees. So it was going on for a while. Then they would stop. Then they would start again. And I'm just like, really, is anybody gonna do anything here? I don't know. They just kept getting in each other's face and yelling. So finally, I see like I think it was the manager. He like went over there. He was an older guy, and he went over there, and he like told one of the guys like, "You're done. Like, get out, go home." I thought he was gonna kick out both the guys. He only kicked out one of the guys, but I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to separate them. I don't know what was going on, but I'm like, this is so funny. It's like a brand new gym, and it's really nice, and I always like have a chill time there, but this was like, I don't know what was going on. It's just like, what day is it? It's like a Wednesday, like a normal Wednesday morning. Like, what are you guys fighting about? Can't be that serious. So anyway, that happened, and then I left. I just did the bike there, and then I left. I had gone to the chiropractor. I've gone to the chiropractor twice this week. When I went a couple days ago, I went yesterday to the chiropractor. I had a really nice Indian lady. She really works really well on my body. So she worked on my body yesterday, but a couple days before that, I went to this other doctor in the facility, and he said he cracked my like tailbone into, a certain angle, maybe back into place. I don't know. And then he told me that I can't go on the treadmill incline higher try the meatballs. Okay, you guys, these are the meatballs presentation. I'm sorry, it's just in a to-go box. I'm not fully supposed to have like breaded meatballs and stuff like that, but you can have meat and cheese. Like good meat and cheese. I didn't pick the steak or salmon option that they have because I have been eating steak every day, and then I know that's part of the diet, but I've been eating that every day, and then I had salmon for lunch today, so I didn't want either of those things. And you can have chicken or fish like once a week, he said, so it's okay to have that. The to-go employee was so nice at Olive Garden right now. I had parked and I had just ordered, but I had just parked and I was just gonna chill for like, 15-20 minutes until it took however long it took them to make my food. They're not that busy right now, but it is dinner time. So, I think this is just like a small town, so this particular one isn't that busy, but anyway, he saw me parked and he walked up to my car, and I was like, oh, like I wasn't expecting him because I literally just pressed send for the order. And he's like, oh, what was your name? And I told him, and I'm like, oh, I just ordered, so like I think it's gonna be a while. He's like, maybe let's go check. And so he like goes to check, and he comes back like not even that much later, like 10 minutes, and he had my stuff and my iced tea and my food and everything, and I'm like, dang, you're fast. He's like, yeah, I knew there'd be a chance. I'm sure my food is cold by now because of my changing parking spots 5 times debacle. Okay guys, it's still warm, and wow, it is delicious. Lots of flavor, an amazing meatball. Oh my god, look at that meatball. So good. This is the appetizer. The meatball parmesan appetizer. So, I think it's like 5 meatballs. So good. It's kind of weird going to Olive Garden and not getting breadsticks. I don't even know how I'm doing this right now. No croutons, no breadsticks. But breadcrumbs and the meat. So, you get a little bit of bread. This little combo snack is great. I love it. I might get it more often. They give you like a Parmesan packet and a little chocolate too. So that was my day, and that is what I've been up to. I did have fun at Dave & Buster's. They have really good wings. I went on last Saturday, like I said, and their wings were really good. They're buffalo wings. But they have like, I don't know if it was like 8 different flavors, like lemon pepper and this and that. And different dipping sauces. But I love buffalo, so I'd gotten the buffalo wings, and man, they got some good wings over there. We were watching a boxing fight, and UFC was on too. And they have huge TVs. So it's a great place to watch sports. And then I had some of those Chomps beef sticks, and then I had salmon for lunch. I'm trying to remember what I ate. And then my mom made me some like little kebab sticks outside on the barbecue. Another pepper. And another meatball. It's falling into the salad, but that's okay. So this has been a lovely snack. I am really enjoying it. I don't know if there's marinara all over my face, but I apologize for that. This week I also took my 99-year-old grandma to the zoo to meet baby Eloise. If you follow me on Instagram, you can see. Actually, I don't know, have I posted the zoo on here? I'm gonna do an ASMR at the zoo soon as well, but I think I posted the zoo on my vlogging channel, but I don't know if I posted baby Eloise. Anyway, baby Eloise is all over my Instagram. She's the new baby rhino at the Fresno Zoo. She was born in November, so she's only a couple months old, and she is literally the cutest thing I have ever seen. She's like literally lights up my life every time I see her. So I have a membership to the zoo, so I try to go there a lot, and I try to go see baby Eloise. So I took my grandma and my mom there this week, and I pushed my grandma around on her wheelchair. She doesn't normally need a wheelchair, but for like a long walk like that, it obviously helps the situation. So yeah, we went to the zoo, and the thing is that baby Eloise wasn't out, right? I only saw one big rhino, and I was like, oh no, where's the baby? Like, I hope they didn't take her to another zoo or something already. And so I asked the zookeeper, but she said, no, this big rhino that was out in the Sahara, they've created a Sahara at the zoo. She's like, that's the dad, Tim. And I'm like, what? He is huge, okay? Very, very cool to look at. Very cool to just see him eating all the grass and walking around and everything. So, yeah, at first I thought he was the mom, you know. I think the mom's name is Kayla. So anyway, she's like, no, that's Tim, that's the dad. And I'm like, where's baby Eloise? And she's like, she's back there, see her with her mom, like she's behind the gate. We can't have them out together because he will impregnate her again. And I'm like, oh no. So they don't want Kayla to get pregnant again, okay? She's already had like 5 kids. I think she is, God willing, gonna have a 6th one. And then I think they're gonna stop her at that. But anyways, so baby Eloise and Kayla were in the back, and then Tim was in the front. So I couldn't really see baby and the mom too good, but you know, we kind of could see where they were at. But I was just like, oh no. Like, you guys didn't get to see baby Eloise, but they're like, that's okay, we see her all the time in your videos. So they had a blast at the zoo, but they can't walk too much because they don't walk like me. They're not like big walkers and hikers, but they like to go out and have a little fun here and there. So that was really fun. So that was something that we did this week. And then I asked the zookeeper, like, if baby Eloise is gonna stay there, or where's all the other babies? Like, where's the 5 babies that this rhino has had? And then she said they're at different zoos, right? So after a couple years, I guess baby Eloise will stay here for a couple years, and then she will move on to another zoo. But she says after a couple years, the parents sort of push the baby anyway, like, go out and be on your own. And they only send them out to a zoo that is like accredited, like it has to be like a certain certification. And she said only like 10% of the zoos have that, and they must only go to that type of zoo. So it's very, you know, important that that's where they go, and that's the only place, you know, they're allowed to go. So it has to be an awesome zoo, I suppose, you know, because actually this zoo is beautifully laid out, and the Sahara that they've built is beautiful, and I just have so much fun seeing baby Eloise grow up and play, and she's just doing so much more now. And yeah, so they said real Sahara, well, the Sahara too, they eat hay and grass, right? So they're like mowing down the grass like a lawnmower, and they prevent fires from happening in the real Sahara. So that is what they are known for. There are still some fires that happen here and there, but they are known to stop the major fires from happening because they eat the grass so low to the ground, which I thought was really cool. Anyways, I learn something new every time I go to that zoo. So I love going to the zoo, and I love talking to the zookeepers, and I'm always like, what do the animals eat? I just want to know, like, because I see them eating the grass, and I know baby Eloise was nursing before, so I would see her nursing from her mom, but I had never seen her eating the grass or hay. And he said, one of the zookeepers said that they throw like hundreds of pounds of hay out there for all the animals, because they have so many animals, and the elephants eat it, and the rhinos eat it, and all the other animals eat it too, and so they eat the hay. And I'm like, but I'm seeing her like eating the grass too, and the elephants too. And then he said, yeah, they eat the grass too, so they eat all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just learned something new every time that I go and I meet people there. And there's a lot of elderly volunteers, so elderly people that like to come and volunteer, and they talk to me at the zoo too, and so it's really fun to just meet people and hang out and have a good time. But really, my day just lightens up seeing baby Eloise. I don't know what it is, the baby rhino is just so cute. Anyway, so that's another thing that I did this week. But yeah, I feel like I pretty much ate all the little snacks that I wanted to eat right now. I had just eaten a couple hours ago, but I really wanted to see what I could get at Olive Garden. So this has been a delicious meal. Thank you for joining me on this meal. Thank you for having dinner with me, you guys. It's getting dark out here now, as you guys can see. I started this in the daytime, and then now, but anyways, it's a beautiful, beautiful night. It's been a full moon lately too. I think there was like a red moon too. So there's probably going to be a little bit of traffic as I'm heading home right now, but I am going to head home, and I am going to relax and get into my PJs and take my nighttime vitamins. I took all my morning vitamins, and now I'm going to take some magnesium. I take like strawberry magnesium drops at night, and hopefully I have like a nice calm night. I have major like insomnia, so that's why I'm saying that, because sleep is just not my friend. But anyways, I feel like everyone has that problem. I know that some people are taking gummies to sleep. Sometimes I take little sleep gummies and stuff. I think everybody is struggling with insomnia. That's just what I hear from everyone. But hopefully we all have a good night's rest. And I know there's natural things you can do, like you can drink chamomile tea, and I'm sure there's some natural remedies for nighttime